The Dark Passenger, and I'm back for another live broadcast. And yeah, this one's gonna be about the Friday films, starring Ice Cube. Yeah, the first Friday, came out in 1995. And it's basically about, you know, Craig and Smokey, they're friends, and Smokey ends up, smoking up all this drug dealer's weed, and they basically end up owing him $200, both of them, just because Craig smoked just half a joint with him or something, and Smokey went and told the drug dealer that he did it too. So now, yeah, both of them owe him $200 by 10 o'clock that night, or he's gonna kill them, pretty much. And and yeah, then basically that's what it's about. They just spend the entire rest of that Friday fucking trying to get Big Worm's money. That's the drug dealer. Yeah. This this is a pretty good movie. I mean, it's pretty funny. I do enjoy it. And it has Chris Tucker as Smokey, and Ice Cube as Craig. And then you kind of see their family as well. Smokey's mother, Craig's family, and what else is happening on that Friday as well before that. And then you've got Tommy Lister playing the neighborhood bully as well. Debo, he just goes around stealing shit from everyone. Yeah, and basically just pretends that it doesn't exist after that, which is pretty funny actually to me. He just goes around and steal shit and pretends that he didn't. And he stole a bike. There's a scene where apparently some guy lent Debo a bike, and then he ends up getting knocked out when he tries to get it back. And that's Debo says, "Oh, it's his bike now," and yeah, and that is probably one of the funniest scenes in the movie, because when that dude gets knocked out by Debo, Smokey just he comes up, he bends over him, and he's just like, "You got knocked the fuck out." Some funny shit. Yeah, this is probably one of my favorite comedy movies, and Ice Cube wrote this as well, and it was directed by F. Gary Gray. The guy who also did the new film Straight Outta Compton. About NWA, which Ice Cube's son actually stars in as Ice Cube, O'Shea Jackson Jr. But yeah, that's a a topic for another day or another time. So yeah, I love this movie. Uh, Craig is awesome in it. So is Smokey, and yeah, on to next Friday. Oh, because this is about Craig having to get out of town to move in with his uncle in a place called Rancho Cucamonga for a while, because Debo is breaking out of prison and coming to see him, because in the previous movie Yeah, in the previous one, on the first Friday, Craig fucking beat the shit out of Debo, and now he's coming back to for a rematch, to settle a score to fucking kill him, pretty much. He just wants to take care of Craig now. And he has this fucking annoying guy with him as well the whole time when he's trying to get to Craig. He's funny, but he's annoying at the same time. And in this, it introduces Craig's uncle Elroy, his father Willie's brother, and his cousin Day Day, played by Mike Epps. They kind of wrote Smokey off in this one, saying, you know, because Ice Cube's character Craig in the beginning narrates and says, there's, Smokey's now in rehab, and there's no telling when he's getting out, the way he's smoking and shit like that. So he's basically out of the picture in this one, Smokey. And now it's Craig and Day Day together. At his Uncle Elroy's house. And it's pretty much similar though, because there's a crazy fucking girlfriend or ex-girlfriend as well, like in the first one. Well, in the first one, it was a girlfriend. It was Craig's girlfriend that was crazy and just didn't fucking hated when all these other bitches would talk to him or whatever. But in this one, it's some pregnant bitch that Day Day broke up with 2 months ago, 2 months back. And she fucking makes it out that it's his baby, and she comes and scratches up his nice fucking BMW. Because they had just hit, because they hit the lotto before he went to stay with them, before Craig went to stay with them. And that's how they got such a nice house in such a nice area, in the suburbs and shit. So basically, this bitch scratches up his BMW with a key, and Day Day goes out there with a fucking restraining order, which she doesn't give a shit about. She just wants to make a point, and then says, "Oh well, I'm gonna come send my baby sister, and she'll come fuck you up and shit like that." And yeah, it's pretty cool, pretty funny movie, pretty good. Really enjoy it. And in the end, when Debo finally gets to those fucking, it's fucking Craig. That's the funniest shit ever because he just got knocked the fuck out again, I think, and arrested again. So yeah, pretty good shit. Yeah, and also there are these brothers across the street from them, Joker brothers, and then there's this girl, their sister, who Craig ends up having a crush for, just like he had a crush for Debbie, crush on Debbie in the fucking first one. Debbie, who was played by Nia Long, and later on stars alongside him in Are We There Yet as well. But yeah, he gets a crush on this one, on this chick, and basically, yeah, one scene in the movie, they go to steal some money from those brothers, but yeah, he ends up in this in his sister's room and says, basically makes up some bullshit how he's there for her, and then he gets out of there. Yeah. But then they had to deal with the brothers as well before Debo got there. That was pretty funny. They just all got knocked out. Yeah, this movie is just really funny. I really enjoy it. One of my favorite comedy movies, just like the first one. And yeah, now it's on to, Friday after next. In this one, Craig, it's before Christmas, Christmas Eve. Craig and Day Day are fucking living together now in an apartment, and their landlord's a real fucking bitch and shit. In the beginning, it kind of shows how this Santa Claus guy dressed as Santa Claus comes, robs them. Craig tries to do something about it, beats beats him up a little. The guy still escapes because Day Day doesn't fucking wake up and help. And after that, they report it to the police. They end up also finding a like weed plant there where they live, but they just take it until say we're confiscating it until we find the Santa Claus character. But they actually took it to smoke for themselves as like a bribe, I'm guessing. And also, they're fucking security guards now. Well, just got a job as security guards at a fucking strip mall or some shit. But before that, their landlady came up warning them because their rent money had been stolen by the Santa Claus character. She came up warning them that if they don't fucking pay their rent now and keep dodging her the way they've been dodging her, that she'll set Damon on them, which is played by Terry Crews. That's his son in this, and he's like a hardcore faggot because he fucking just got out of prison and everything. Basically, she was saying, "Oh well, if you don't pay your rent, you're gonna get your salad tossed." That's pretty much what she was saying. But yeah, this is a pretty funny movie as well. It's awesome. And again, Craig starts having a crush on a third bitch. I don't know what the fuck is up with him, but it's still pretty funny. Yeah, he gets a crush on this third chick, and that's just he finally ends up being with one. Honestly, he just ends up being with that chick. He ends up sleeping with her at this Christmas party they're having. And also, the landlady tried to come on to Craig's father, Willie, as well. But what happens when they're at work is also pretty fucking funny. At one point, they're just at work in the alleyway or something, and that same Santa Claus guy comes and jacks them fucking again when they're back behind the dumpster smoking weed. And then Elroy comes along before that, Uncle Elroy. He just comes along before that, and they both get fucking jacked. Sorry, all three of them get fucking jacked by the Santa Claus. Elroy's Rolex got taken by the Santa Claus. I mean, he just goes around, doesn't give a shit. He jacks everyone, fucking steals shit from everyone, and it's pretty funny. And dressing as Santa Claus that time of year as a thief, that's a pretty smart thing to do because you can get into people's houses, and people won't even notice or recognize if you do it late at night. But it'd only work around Christmas time, I reckon. But yeah, this is another good movie. And you see Pinky come back for a bit from the second one from next Friday, who the guy who owns the shop, the record shop where Day Day was working at in Rancho Cucamonga. Pretty awesome. Pretty awesome character. He's pretty funny. But yeah, I actually I just love these movies. It's one of my favorite comedy trilogies or series of all time, for sure. And I hope that they fucking do another one already. I want to see a fourth Friday film. I wouldn't mind just Craig and Day Day coming back with the family and everything. I would not care as long as Friday comes back. I don't care if Chris Tucker doesn't come back as Smokey, really. I just want another Friday to happen with Ice Cube, with Mike Epps as Craig and Day Day and the family. That's it. That's all I want. And I want something different, and I want them to conclude it even. Because they can't take this too far. I've also seen a couple of, well, as far as I can remember, there's only been one other film with Ice Cube that I've seen in recent memory. I mean, that's Ride Along with Kevin Hart as well. Kevin Hart's in it, and basically he's in the police academy. Kevin Hart's character fucking wants to marry Ice Cube's character's sister. He's a cop, and he wants to marry. The guy, that guy wants to marry his sister, and he takes him. Kevin Hart's character on a ride along and shows him what it's like out there, I guess. And he has to prove himself that he's worthy for his sister. And then some other fucked up shit happens as well along the way. I don't really remember what, but yeah, it's a pretty funny movie as well, pretty good in my opinion. Well, yeah, I guess that's pretty much all I got to say. I haven't really got much more to talk about right now. So thanks for listening. Subscribe. Stay tuned for more of these. Peace.